I'm Lucy and this is my mum Julie.
Hello, I'm Lucy's mum.
And we're saying a very big thank you today to Evelyn Joy, who's requested that we do this little how-to video. And I'm actually so glad she did because it's something that people have asked us about a lot. And we're very excited to actually show you how we did it.
We used this little introduction piece for our challenges. So either I challenge Lucy or Lucy challenges me, and then whoever loses has to do a forfeit, as we call it in the UK, or punishment.
But before we get to that, go and have a look at Evelyn's channel because she's got some lovely stuff with like fun family videos and recipes and gardening and VIP Kid. If you know what VIP Kid is and you're interested in it, then go and have a look at her channel because she's got some great stuff for that.
So have a look at the video and we will tell you more about it.
Yes, here's the finished article. Let's show you how we did it. I use editing software called Filmora Wondershare, or Wondershare Filmora. I've heard it said both way round. I quite like it. It's pretty user-friendly if you're not an editing pro. You can pick it up pretty quickly and it's all pretty self-explanatory. You can download it for free. But if you want to get rid of the watermarks when you export it, you need to pay. You can either pay monthly or you can pay for a lifetime subscription, which is what I did because I knew I'd be using it a lot. So we'll put a link to all of that in the description below if you're interested and you want to learn more. I'm not going to go into too much detail today about how to actually use Filmora because there's so many videos out there which do it so much better than I ever could. So I'll also put a link to some of those below as well if you're interested in actually how to get down to the nitty-gritty of it. I'll just show you the effects. This is what Filmora looks like. I think it's pretty standard layout for editing software. You've got all your imported clips here. This is your timeline. And this is how it looks. To do this, I should probably say you need to download a special pack, which is called the Martial Arts Pack, I think. I'll also include a link to that so you can download these effects as an extra. That's free of charge. First thing I did was import the tracks here, and then you just press this little plus and they jump into your timeline, so I put them in sequence and edited them together. So for this video, we chose a piece of music called Eyes of Glory.
Yeah, by Akash Gandhi. And this we found on the Creator Studio for YouTube, so it's free to download. Brilliant piece of music, and we obviously use it in this, but we know we are going to use it in other things too.
Yeah, it's good for genuinely epic stuff as well. Not just for spoofs like we do.
Yeah, of course.
It's very cinematic, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you import that in the same way by pressing the little import button here, and it appears in this little area here. And then the same way to add it to the timeline, you just press the plus button on it and it jumps on. If you look here on your tracks, these are the audio tracks with the little sound here, and these are the visual tracks here with the little eye. So the first thing you'll see here, this is a transition, and you can find these at the top. Filmora has a lot of basic ones here that come with it, and then you can download extra here from the, I think they call it film stocks. And this is called, I think it's called a flash. You can type in the one you want at the top. And I just added this in to make it look more epic. Again, press the little plus button and it will jump onto whatever clip is highlighted. So you can see here when I play it, at the top here, there's your flash. Okay. This second bit here, you'll see it says slow 50%. I put mum into slow motion again for kind of like an epic effect. And you do that by clicking here on the clip you want to put in slow motion, and there's a little clock. So I press that and you can slow it down, speed it up, have it normal. You can do a freeze frame and you can actually put it backwards as well. Here's me. This is pretty standard me. Nothing special going on here. Just we decided to film from a low angle to kind of increase the tension, I suppose,
Yes.
to show the legs first.
And to make you look more epic, because we're looking up at you.
Yeah, and that again continues in the next shot when we pan up. You can see there's a lot going on here. Again, I put it into slow motion here, half slow motion, and I also did a lens flare effect.
I like that.
Yeah. So here at the top you'll see there's effects. You can click on that. And again, it comes with some basic ones. You can also import more from Filmora, or download more from Filmora, I should say. And there's various different ones you can explore. This is called Lens Flare 5. And I just wanted, again, to make it look kind of impressive.
It certainly does.
I should mention, whilst we're on this theme, the whole thing has this, it's called September, and it's a filter. And you can find that under effects as well. And that makes it look like you kind of see here in the top two corners, there's this kind of darker theme. If I take it off and then go here, you can see how it looks slightly different without the effect. And I did that to make the colours look brighter, because you think superhero, you think bright red and bright kind of, pow, pow kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's why I chose that particular one. Let me just undo that because I don't want to lose it. So when you see here, we watch it, you can see the lens flare, you can see the September effect, and that was another flash. And the reason I did that is because I didn't know how else to stop the lens flare.
Well, at least you're honest.
Yeah. So the flash kind of then gets rid of the lens flare when you hit the top, when you hit my head, and allows you to see my kind of epic look out there quite clearly. So moving on to the next part. This is the kind of battle sequence, if you will. This effect here is called Kung Fu Hit, and you can find it under Elements. You can see all the fun things that come with Filmora, things like this. Again, these are the ones that you get when you download it, and these are the ones that I've had in addition. All of these ones that I've downloaded extra are free.
I was going to ask you that, actually.
You can pay for some more, which I haven't done yet because I haven't needed to. Everything I've needed pretty much has come up. But yeah, that might be something that you want to consider for your videos if you need something more.
Lucy choreographed the moves.
Yes. I kind of had seen the effects, which I'll show you in a minute, so I kind of knew roughly the moves that we would be doing, so that I could work it in with the effects that are available on the editing software.
Lucy is a very bossy director. She's very good, but she's a bit bossy and strict sometimes.
Well, you have to be if you're going to get what you want. So this is the martial arts pack. You can see here all the effects. So if you really wanted to do a really cool martial arts sequence, this is how you might do it. Or like superhero in our case, this is if you got swords. We decided not to do the swords, they're dangerous.
No, and we thought we might get arrested if we went out with swords.
True. Yeah, you've got to be a bit careful, haven't you?
Especially when you're wearing, like your superhero outfit.
Yeah, you might look like a bit of a nutcase. So if you start wielding swords around.
Yeah.
I know when I've done filming projects, this is in the UK, but it might apply for America too. We've just alerted the police if we're using fake guns, fake swords, fake knives, things like that, so they know what's going on, and they can take the necessary precautions to make sure you're safe and everyone around you is safe. So, I mean, you might not want to do this for your small YouTube channel if that's what you've got like we have, but something to consider if you're doing a more epic production.
Yeah.
So I'll just show you the Kung Fu Hit once it's in. Looks like that. And you also saw the arrows come immediately after. And then mum blocks here. So once you've got them onto your timeline, you also need to move them how you want them. So you can actually just click on them here. You see what I'm doing? And I can move them around. So I made sure it was perfectly in line with my arm. So it made it look like it was coming exactly from my arm. And the same with the arrows. So they were coming from me, not from some random place where Filmora wants to put them. Moving on to the next effect. That was fire breath.
Got a little bit of dragon in me.
Yeah. It's actually called Kung Fu Heat, And again, you find that in the Elements, the martial arts pack specifically. So let's just have a little look about what that looks like. And then immediately after, that was the hand effect. Can't remember what that one's called, I can't see it, but it's like a hand coming towards the camera. You can see that there.
We were filming and then this duck flew past behind you. Yeah. You've had a duck go right past you. Oh, it just wants to get in on the film. Good outtake.
And then the grand finale. This is all similar stuff. Oh, and here, so you can see there's a lot going on here.
Oh, yeah.
We have 2 flashes. You can see we're mid-flash right here. We have Kung Fu Burst, which is like a kind of dust effect. We also have Extreme. Extreme is like a kind of earthquake type of thing. When I play it again, you'll see that everything's shaking. So you will find that in the effects. And I think it's in, is it filters? Let's have a look. Extreme. There it is. So when you click on it there, that's kind of what it's doing, shaking the camera like it's an earthquake. And coming shortly after that is Basic Blur. Why did I do Basic Blur? Oh yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. So let's just watch the Extreme Shake, the Kung Fu Burst, and the Double Flash. Here it comes. Lots going on there.
Yes.
Basic Blur, that again is in the effects. It's an overlay, I think, or maybe a filter, but you can find it by typing into this box. And that's just a bit more interesting to go behind the picture that we took here of us having an arm wrestle. Without it, if I take it away, you see it's just black.
Oh, yes.
Here, which is fine, but a little bit boring, I thought. So I just wanted to make it more interesting, put it back, and there it is. And I just like colours, so I guess it's more colourful. This is a title, and you'll find those again at the top. Same as always, these are the ones that came with Filmora when I downloaded it, and these are the extra ones that I've put on. You basically do this, so I'll show you how I did this exact one. It is it the Champions Pack? Yes, it is Champions Pack. Here is the title, and when you double press it there, and you can obviously change that writing to whatever you want. Here it is. By clicking on your effect, and here you go, you can just type anything you want, anything you want. And so let's just watch that. I think I also did some animation on the title. Let's just check. So here you can see animation. You can make it do all these different things if you want to. No animation, like a wavy style. Just going through some of the first ones. You can make it come up like a typewriter. You can kind of rotate on if you really wanted it to, and there's so many of these to play with, you know. I'll let you experiment with that in your own time. Oh, the other thing I had to do was edit the music. Bit challenging for someone like me who's not musically oriented, but oh, you can't see it now, but what usually happens is here there's like little waves. I don't know, I guess they're like sound waves.
Oh yes.
So I aligned them from later on with the music. It's not going to make a lot of sense if you can't see the sound waves. But yeah, basically I cut the music because it's quite a long track. Here the music's fading out at the top 2. And it jumps right to the end of the track. This is the end of the track here. The last one we did was US citizenship test. I don't know if you need to do this, but I find it's useful to just have like a black background, because sometimes without a black background everything else kind of wibbles around, so you need something to put everything else on. Perhaps you can let me know if that's unnecessary and there's an easier way to do it, but I just import a black background every time, and that seems to do the trick. So these are another couple of transitions. They're kind of like fades more than flashes. So you can see here that the title will fade in. There it is. Very, very fast, but it does, and then it'll fade out again. Rather than just kind of stopping, you know. So I hope that answers everyone's questions. Let me know if you think I've missed something, or if you have any questions about anything I've said. Or if you just have questions about Filmora generally. I'm happy to answer questions, though I know there's a lot of people who know a lot more about editing than me. Nevertheless, I'm happy to help however I can. If you've done a piece of editing using Filmora or anything else that you're particularly proud of, then maybe drop a link to it and we'll check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be great.
Maybe share this video with someone who you think it might help. If someone's trying to create something similar, give it a like, leave us a comment, all that lovely stuff that we love. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.